Welcome. Hi. Good morning. Doing this every day at 9 because it helps me start my day. And if I start with a song, that is the only way. I didn't mean to start the song so early this time, but without meaning to, it already had rhyme. So we will keep going and make this be the song that starts the way we sing and start the one you can't sing along, because I make it up on the spot and there is no rhyme or reason. If I look outside right now, it's so sunny. What's the season? It's the season of gratitude all year round. We have a love morning every day. It's a season to lift our attitude and song. That's what we came here to say. Dun, dun. Welcome. Welcome to Love Morning. I am Halcyon. You can call me John. You can call me Pinky. Just don't call me late to dinner. If you are here live, would love to know you're here. You can leave a comment. You can leave a hello, just a 1, letting us know that I'm here and I got some gratitude. 1. Or you can tell us exactly what you're grateful for. And as specific as possible would be ideal. So like, I am grateful for springtime. I'm going to say I'm grateful for the 2 large plants in front of me have huge leaves, new leaves that are unfolding. And I am so grateful for the experience of watching a large leaf unfold. Oh, it's like a slow motion orgasm. Love it. Actually, it's like a not very, I mean, it's not like a massive orgasm. Like if you watch like a bulb bloom, like an amaryllis bulb, that's the true slow motion climax. Love it. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Charles. Hello, Luna and Lori. Luna is grateful for the return of burn season as I make plans for Frostburn next week. Ooh, Frostburn's what? Texas? Is that right? And happy Thursday to you, Lori. I have realized that I have no burn plans. I am not going to go to Loveburn. I'm planning on going to Black Rock City, but I have reduced a lot of my responsibilities for it so that I don't have an obligation to go. And there's a Utopia is the local one. They just rescheduled it, but I might have a men's group retreat on that weekend already. So we shall see. Aha, sorry. Frostburn is in West Virginia. Ooh, that does sound cold. I was saying, is it spring? Because right now it's been warm the last few days. Actually, I went to the park. Okay, I'm grateful. Share what you're grateful. I'm grateful that I got to go to the park yesterday, and I took my shirt off. I did some sunbathing yesterday. Right? There's people out in the snow right now. That's crazy. So, and as much as I liked it, and I like this time of year because the air is still cool, even though the sun is warm. I like to be able to wear a coat every once in a while. I've got such a cool coat, so it's tough to go to say goodbye to our very mellow San Diego winter and know that I'm back to hoodies as the most extreme cold protection that you need here. Lisa, good morning. Lisa is grateful for another day, a chance for more gratitude, more love, more smiles, and more ripples. Oh, awesome, Lisa. Love that. Good morning, Gerbot. Luna's saying this year, though, it's supposed to be pretty mild. Last year was 60-mile-per-hour winds and snow and ice. Wow. That would be a fun experience. I've seen pictures. I think maybe it's that one. That I've seen people go and like snow huts and things like that. There's one I just saw looked so, serious hunker down. Not sure if I would love that. Hey, Tommy. Tommy is grateful that I slept a good night last night, unlike the previous night where I didn't sleep at all. So I'm filled with energy and glittery pinkalicious love and hugs. Amy is grateful for her pack. And from the emoji, I think it's a dog, pack of dogs, not a cigarette pack, or how well she put her clothes into her luggage. I am grateful for growth and forgiveness and self-forgiveness and grateful for all the opportunities to stretch and grow and for communication. Those are vague, I know. Generally try to be a little bit more specific. I am grateful for, I got to learn a card game yesterday, Exploding Kittens. And I'm grateful for the little insight I had that as I was losing the game, I got frustrated. And then I didn't even lose, I don't think. But a hand was played, and I thought that meant that I lost no matter what. And I threw my cards down like a freaking 4-year-old. So I'm grateful to play the game. And not only that, even before we played the game, I was had told myself, just chill, we're just having a super, we're both people playing this game are in a fragile space. So let's just, walk lightly. And I frickin' threw my cards down. So, yeah. So self-forgiveness and growth. I need more diffusion cards in my life, I think, is the key. I mean, that me throwing down my cards is because in life I need diffusion cards. If you're not sure how this game played, you pull up a card of an exploding kitten, and one of the ways that you can get out of losing, if you explode, if your kitten explodes, you lose. But you can play your diffusion card. And so I've been thinking since then that part of the work of spiritual growth and personal growth and trying to understand your traumas and understand your triggers and understand your biology and your learning how to regulate your system, all these things, it's ways to build up diffusion cards in your game of life. No, does that not make sense? I don't know. It was fun. Although I probably should have read the cards more. There's a lot of funniness in the cards. I was more focused on learning to play, and then, you learn strategy as you go. It was fun. Jeff is saying next time I should play Unstable Unicorns, which is not safe for work, but it's the same creator, I believe, right? Tommy says he's grateful for my wit. Well, thank you. Lisa's saying, having a hard time picturing me throwing my cards down. I mean, it wasn't like a, what? It was just like a snotty kid. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I felt heated, and I was like, I didn't even think I said, this is why I don't play games. It was not my best moment. It certainly is a tendency of mine to just want to quit things that I'm not, this sucks, I quit. And I did that yesterday when playing cards. Although I took a break and then we played again. I can't remember who won. I must have won because otherwise I probably would have quit. Gosh darn it. I've still got a lot of work to do on myself. I need diffusion cards. Steve is grateful for a week off at home. Ooh, nice, before you start your new job. Sweet. I'm grateful to be so busy with work that I can appreciate a few days off. Nice. Thanks, Steve. Cool. Oh, similar card play as Exploding Kittens. Well, we actually were playing a specific card pack that was for 2 people. Apparently, the original Exploding Kittens you can't play with 2, and so we had a version of the game that was for 2 people. So, for all I know, all of my strategy that I've learned is meaningless if I ever get into a larger game of Exploding Kittens, because our game was certainly real. It felt real. You don't throw down cards like that if it's not real. Actually, that was so embarrassing and silly. It's like, it's not real. It's a fucking card game, and I still got like. I believe Exploding Kittens, is it by the guy who does the Oatmeal? The cartoonist, comic creator? I think it's the same guy. So anyone else have something that they're grateful for they would like to share today? I'm grateful that for the most part lately I've been having good hair days. Even when I wake up in the morning, like this is how I woke up looking this way. I won't show you the back because it's a little bit bad. The Oatmeal, yes. But I've been grateful for mostly good hair days. That's probably because I have my hair cut professionally by Cree instead of trimming it myself, so it's growing out nicely. Luna says, I'm doing a whole cat theme at Frostburn, in fact. And now I'm thinking I need to bring my copy of this game. Ooh, just be careful that if you play with people like me, don't play over like puddles because they might throw their cards. I'm just saying, you want to protect yourself and your cards. The game is called Exploding Kittens. It is a card game. It's like a Uno type game, where you play cards and based on what other people play. Except there's different types of cards that allow you to, like, you can pick a card from the other person, or there's one that lets you look into what the next 3 cards that you're going to draw are, which is, that adds it fun. So then you go, okay, if I know that the Exploding Kitten is 2 down, and that means I'm going to have to pick it. If card play goes as normal, then I play a skip card or something like that. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this opportunity in this moment right now to even talk about what happened yesterday and find some, laughter and some ability to do some introspection on it. There was I'm going through a process of trying to figure out how much of my life can I talk about that overlaps with other people, which is something that I have been pondering most of my adult life as I share so much on the internet and I broadcast and live broadcast, and it's and so I know that I'm very comfortable telling my story, but often my story there are characters in that story that are not me, and I need to make sure that if I talk about them, that they are not identifiable or not impacted by. Dee, I love you too. Oh, good morning. If you're here and have not said hello yet, please do say hello. Anyway, like I made a friend something that I knew I shouldn't give it to them yesterday. Like it was the wrong time. I should wait until it was the wrong time. And so I even wrote myself a note, like wrote it on my body, like don't give this to them today. And then I did give it to him, and it was not received with the enthusiasm that I wanted it to be received, because I knew it wouldn't, because it was the wrong time. So I am learning. I'm learning. Good morning, Carolyn and Valerie. Hello. And hi, Carolyn Foster and Carolyn Abunza. I never say your last name. So we've got a good crew here. If anyone else wants to share something they're grateful for. I am, I was going to say I was grateful for a new book. I'm reading a book called Polysecure, and I got to figure out what about it is giving me such a hard time. So far, it's only about just going over secure attachment, and I really am. There's something I don't know. I don't know if I can blame my brain or the way I think or the way that I learn, but like I hear they describe all these attachment series, these versions of attachment, and there's like these 9 labels or something, and I hear it makes sense. But then if you ask me, what's this one? I'd be like, I don't know what that one is. I don't remember what that one is. I can't delete. And so I start to feel stupid. I start to feel like, what's wrong with me? How come I can't, why isn't this not landing? And then I'm listening to it. So I'm like, maybe if I had the book, I would go back. But I'm like, I know if I had the book, I would struggle too. And I know there's a book group that's going to be reading it, and 2 other people I know that are like, yeah, let's talk about this book. And I'm like, oh, now I feel like I'm failing a homework assignment. So I guess I'm grateful that I have the ability to communicate this, and I have the ability to not participate in the book group if I want. I have the ability to say to the people who I think have expectations that I'm reading this, I have the ability to say, I'm taking my time, or I'm taking a break from this because it's making me feel bad. Or maybe even, hey, if this is important, can you help me? I don't know. But I'm grateful that in this moment I can remind myself that I have control over this experience. Yeah. Tommy says, since I'm a Gemini, I can blame the other person. Yeah, is this Halcyon's fault? Is this John's fault? I don't know. Luna says, I've been slowly working my way through that book too. It's challenging, and I think it needs to be taken in small doses for sure. Maybe it's not my fault. It's tough because I do have a self-identity as being a bright person, and I know that in some ways I am bright, but I maybe in other ways I'm not, and I need to maybe understand and acknowledge that. Yeah. No, you don't need to look it up. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just don't like dismissive attachment or I just don't. I mean, the names don't land, and then like what are it goes through all the traits of that style. I'm like, I remember a list of traits. I remember a label. I don't remember which traits get associated with which label. It's like, and that's kind of with everything, like numbers. Like if I'm given a 5-digit or 6-digit number to type into my phone to like unlock a page, like I don't read the number and go cool and then type it in. I pick the first 3, and then I go and I type those 3, and I go back and I pick the next 3, and it's like, I know I should take a memory course. I've taken. This is not sounding like a gratitude good morning. What the heck? What's wrong with this guy in front of me? This guy is sounding like he's whining. And it's okay to be discouraged. It's okay to whine occasionally, especially if I can go back to what Janus said in this week's episode of Stay Sparked. I'll give a little promo plug to my podcast, or one of my podcasts. I've been getting good feedback on both of them, Stay Sparked and Gratuitous Boobs. So if you're not listening, you should check it out. Both of them. Gratuitous Boobs, funny. Stay Sparked, growth oriented. So what Janus said, he goes, if you're yourself or someone else is caught in like complaining, whining, he goes, have you been able to see the silver lining yet? So I will say that the silver lining to the way that my brain works is that I do tend to be able to be fairly present with people, even if I don't retain things as well as I'd like. There we go. Hey, Miriam. Good morning. Good morning, Joyous. Jeff saying, just finished Reinventing Your Life by Jeffrey Young. Oh, cool. I think next on my book that I want to read is Rick Rubin's new book about creativity, I think. Silver Lining Miners. That's a Silver Lining Miner. Oh, that is good. I've got this list of the new t-shirts that I want to make. Silver Lining Miner would be good. Although people will probably think that there's just a mine called Silver Linings and that you worked at a mine called Silver Linings. Maybe it has to have a cloud. I don't know. Okay, well, I am so grateful for those of us who have been able to share this moment and this drop-in connection time, and we can hopefully share this connection and this compassion and this kindness as we go through our days as ambassadors of this vibe that we created together. So I thank you that. Commandeer away, Carolyn. And wherever you are in this moment, all of us, let's give ourselves a squeeze and send that love out to one another. Feel ourselves being held by one another in the space beyond space, in this place of intention. And as we feel ourselves being held, let's remember to have a little self-forgiveness and forgiving others, recognizing we're all doing the best we can with what we got. Let's take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thank you for being here for this Love Morning. Love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.